Hey Gypsies, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today to make a gluten-free brownie. I have my recipe all written down here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use in the brownies, and then I'm going to show you how I make them, and they are super easy. If you or anyone in your family is gluten-free or has a gluten intolerance, this is the perfect little dessert. So basically I'm going to use 2 cups of sugar, which this is what I have. 2/3 cups of melted butter. Have that. Half a cup of hot water. 3/4 cups of cocoa powder. Oop, I want my egg rolling. Okay. 2 eggs, which I just cracked that bad boy. 2 tablespoons. It calls for vegetable oil, but I use olive oil and everything, so that's what I'm using. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which that's what I have. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A cup plus 2 tablespoons of some type of gluten-free flour. So that's what I'm going to use today. And then 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, and I have this big bag of Great Value semi-sweet. So you can also put half a cup of chopped pecans in it, but I'm making these for Fifi's birthday, my daughter, and she does not want pecans in them, so I'm not going to put them in there. So I already have the oven preheated to 350, and I'm going to get my baking pan. This is what I'm going to use, 13 by 9. I'm just going to wipe it out because I just washed it. And then I'm going to spray it lightly. And what I have is extra virgin olive oil spray, which always does good for me. I'm just going to put this over to the side. And I'm going to spray it right now so I don't forget. Okay. Next thing we do is we need a medium bowl. We're going to combine the sugar, melted butter, hot water, and I'm going to whisk it. So hold on, let me melt this butter. Okay, guys, so I'm going to add my 2 cups of sugar, and I have a whisk here because it asked me to whisk it. So, 2 cups of sugar. One. And 2. Okay. Get this out of the way. My melted butter. Have this. It's about 10.5 tablespoons of butter, makes about 2/3 of a cup. So I had to look that up. And I have half a cup of hot water. And I'm going to whisk this. And we're probably going to set it to the side. Just whisk it up. Now, I'm sure if you are not gluten-free, that you can use a regular flour. This is an all-purpose gluten-free baking substitute, I guess, for gluten. But I'm sure the measurements would still be the same. So if you want to make a regular brownie, let me just say, these are amazing. All right, so these are whisked together good. So what I'm going to do is move them to the side. And then in a medium bowl, which I'm going to use my mixer that I have today. So I'm going to use this bowl for that because that's what I need to put all the stuff in. So we're going to add the cocoa, which cocoa is 3/4 of a cup, which I have. This is my dry cup. 3/4 of a cup. Trying not to let my eggs roll around here. Oh, this is a new one. I'm going to grab a little spoon. Actually, I'm just going to use, what should I use? Let me just use this. Get 3/4 of a cup in here. Let's see. Perfect. All right, let's just stick that right there. Put the lid back on. Go ahead and get this in. So we have the cocoa. Boom. We need the eggs. Whoop. Okay. Get my handy dandy towel here. All right. We need the vegetable oil, which is only 2 tablespoons. So, got my tablespoons here, which is not vegetable oil. You can use vegetable oil if you want to. I always use extra virgin EVOO. Right, guys? EVOO. Okay, so there's that. Now we need the vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon. I don't know why that won't go in there. Hold on. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And, you know, I could probably eyeball this pretty good, but I don't want to take a chance. So we are going to go in with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Boom. Okay. Next we have baking soda and salt. So the baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon, and same with the salt. So I'm just going to grab my salt right here. Get my 1/2 teaspoon right here. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon salt and baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. Next, we're going to mix for 1 minute or until smooth, and we're going to add the sugar mixture. So what I'm going to do, get this out of here, put this over here. I'll put my little paddle on. This is not my paddle, but this right here. This is the attachment I'm going to use. Okay. All right. I'm not going to make you listen to it. I'm going to pause it for 1 minute. Okay, guys, so it's been about a minute. There's what it looks like. It smells amazing. So now it's calling for me to add the sugar mixture, which I have right here. And we're going to dump that in there. Okay, make sure you get all that sweet goodness out, right? Butter, sugar, yum. Okay, there's that. Set that to the side. And we're going to beat this for about a minute or until combined. I won't make you listen. Okay, guys, so here's what the mixture looks like now, and it's telling me to fold in the flour until no white streaks remain. So it calls for 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour. So I'm going to go ahead and get those in there. Out. Okay, there's the cup, and here's the tablespoons. All right, next I'm going to fold it so I don't need my mixer anymore. So basically I'm going to fold this in here until I don't see any more white. So I guess that means we don't want to over mix it. We just want to make sure that we're not seeing any white streaks. Then we're going to go in with 1.5 cups of the chocolate chips. Still seeing white. I always let the kids pick out what kind of dessert they want for their birthday. My son Josh usually picks pumpkin pie. Jeremy, I think he picks something different every time. And now that Felicia's gluten-free, I think this is her favorite. Still seeing some white, guys. Just folding without overdoing. Okay. Pretty good. I'm not really seeing any white, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and measure out 2.5 cups, or 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. Now, if it was me, I'd love a good pecan up in here, but it's not my birthday. So, there's 1 cup. And a half. Yes. Right to the side. So what we're going to do now is just kind of fold them in until they're kind of mixed in there really good. Then, move this, and pour them in the pan. Okay, so here they are. All mixed in there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my 13 by 9 over here that I sprayed earlier, and we're going to dump it in. So it's good to go. We don't want to leave none of this, so I'm kind of peering in here so I can see good. It smells so chocolatey. Alright, I think we got it pretty good. Now I'm just going to kind of make sure it's all distributed evenly. Make sure the corners have theirs. Alright, that looks good. And put that to the side. Now, it says to bake it 35 to 40 minutes or until set. So I'm going to go with 35 minutes, and we're going to look, check it out. I want to make sure the outside edges don't get burnt, but we also want to make sure that the inside is not doughy. So I'll be back in 35 minutes to show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here it is. It's been 35 minutes, and I think this is perfect. We do have a little bit of extra crispy around the edge, just barely in a couple of different places, but like that looks perfect. Anyway, I did bake it 35 minutes instead of 40, so whenever I cut a piece, I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so I let it cool for about 45 minutes, and I'm getting Fifi's ready to go. She's getting half, and we're going to keep half here, and she's just going to stop by and pick this up. But just wanted to show y'all how good it looks. They look pretty darn good. They're amazing. I just now did have a bite. So anyway, they look amazing, and yeah, get ready to cut that up. Alright guys, if you make this, let me know. Like I said, you could probably use regular flour. I don't see any problem with that. And if you make it, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.